not a situation like, say, Blade Runner, where there really is individuality and emotional thought in the replicants. For the vast majority, in fact, all but one mech, they really are machines. They have biological components, they have intelligence, but they are machines. Whereas Abel is going to have both perspectives, that sometimes he would look at things in a very analytical way, and he is very unembarrassed about discussing many things that we would maybe not delve into right away. But at the same time, he does have emotional reactions. He does have human perceptions, even if he doesn't necessarily react to them the same way that we might.
Cool. Well, I can talk about my werewolves.
Yeah, I want to know, like, when you sat down to write werewolves, were you overly concerned about, like, my werewolves have to be different than everyone else's? Or
No.
how did you go about that?
No, I was recently on a werewolf panel where everybody talked about their werewolves. And essentially they talked about all the mythologies of werewolves. And I realized that I don't really care about any of that. And to me, writing werewolves was more about what is a werewolf more at the psychological level than like the physical manifestation of hair and claws and stuff, even though that's kind of part of her experience. Like, I have hair, gross, you know. But it's more about the emotional journey that the character is going on through. So how do they feel about being a werewolf? Like, you know, for her, when she first transforms, she has all this superpower, and it scares the hell out of her because she just goes into a rage and beats up all of her enemies, you know, and then comes down from it, and she's like, I am totally dangerous, you know? And so to me, it's like, that whole process of transformation, it's not more about the full moon and everything, you know, it's more about that moment of like the snap, you know? Like a werewolf is like that moment where you're just a normal person sort of going through your life and then somebody cuts you off on the freeway and you're like, wow, you know? That's to me what more werewolf is, or even, you know, not the psycho serial killer, but the one that goes out on the weekend, you know, once a month and does something and then goes back home to their house. And,
The casual.
Yeah, exactly. That's more like, that's the way I think of werewolves. And since in my case, it's more about teenage angst because it's teenagers. So, because a lot of times, you know, they're getting in an argument and the calls start coming out and stuff, you know, so it's not about the moon and all that stuff. So, because to me, everything comes back to character and the character's emotional journey that they're going on. So anytime I put a creature into a story, it really has to do with what's going on at the time. So the thing they have to fight and overcome and beat, it's like, I really think about like what fits that moment, you know? So it's not just about, oh, look, more orcs, you know? I love orcs, but, you know, you can only watch so many Lord of the Rings before you're like, okay, no orcs. Do we have something other than orcs?
Even orcs, that's what the Uruk-hai are, right? They're totally different.
Totally different.
So, if about half of our wonderful audience here are authors, are aspiring authors, if they want to put a non-human character into one of their stories, where do you recommend they start?
In creating it from the origin?
Like, okay, so they sit down and they're thinking, well, this story I'm pretty sure is going to have this thing in it. How do you write something like that? Where do you start? Think about where the monster comes from first, or do you think about who the monster is and then figure out what non-human qualities will fit into their character later? I don't know.
I guess a lot depends. I mean, is this going to be a creature that has personality and intelligence and a role in it, or is it going to be like that thing in Galaxy Quest that's like rock, you know? What story purpose is it going to serve? That's got to be the first question, and I would guess the more involved that creature is going to be. I mean, if it's going to be a character, one of your main characters, you're going to have to do a lot of research and world building and thinking about what this would be and how it would look. But if it's, you know, rock, I think you can just look real cool.
That's more like the thing creature, though. And like, it's not, it's just rock. It's a big thing that's just trying to smash you and kill you and stuff. So, because there's like, you know, there are those archetypes in horror, you know, in horror creatures. There's like the vampire creatures that consume, you know, and live off of other creatures in some other way. And then there's the werewolf, which is the snap or the, you know, that moment of rage or whatever. And then there's rock, which is we call thing. You know, it's the tornado that's chasing you. It's like the tornado's not the villain in Twister. You know, it's like, but it's really scary. It's gonna get us. You know, so to me, everything always comes back to character and how it's gonna serve the story and the character's journey. So it doesn't fit. It's just like, oh, I just want to put in something because it seems cool, you know? I have to rethink that, you know? Like, really think about how it serves the character's journey. Because everything's about to me, but
Yeah.
journey.